Hello again to all Star Wars fans. 2023 has arrived, the first month of which we will be meeting with a huge number of new Star Wars projects. The Bad Batch, The Mandalorian, Jedi Survivor, Ahsoka, and what's most interesting, filming will begin on yet unknown Star Wars films from Taika Waititi and Damon Lindelof. Moreover, as it turned out infamously, the famous Patty Jenkins who directed Wonder Woman is returning to Lucasfilm and continues to work on the cancelled film Rogue Squadron. It's strange of course, but because of this, I'm making this video to explain everything to you and at the same time to throw out the latest news that has surfaced in recent days. Let's get started! Remember how I told you that Lucasfilm cancelled Rogue Squadron completely due to big controversy, conflicts and a terrible script? After that, various dirty rumors spread around the director. Some insiders are only adding fuel to the fire by saying that the film's script was genuinely terrible. Patty was almost literally kicked out of the company after a protracted conflict, and all the developments of the cancelled squadron were transferred to new projects. But suddenly, Patty Jenkins herself gives an interview in which she says that she was given difficult conditions to postpone work on Wonder Woman 3 and film Rogue Squadron before the completion of the project for DC Studios. She refused, whereupon the squadron was laid aside. However, recently she again phoned Lucasfilm and they discussed new conditions. And most importantly, she continues little by little to work on the squadron and further. What has changed is that Lucasfilm no longer associates its return to cinema with this film, preferring the project of Taika Waititi. When exactly the filming and the release of Rogue Squadron will take place is generally unknown. Who is right, who is wrong, and who to believe, who doesn't? Mystery. But what kind of Star Wars movies will actually bring back to the big screen? I just told you that Lucasfilm considered Taika Waititi movies as the perfect candidate for the comeback, and it has been until today. More recently, reputable insider Jeff Snyder reported that Lucasfilm has outplayed everything again. And now they want Damon Lindelof to be the one to bring Star Wars back to us, despite the fact that the filming of this project will begin much later. Let me remind you that the premiere of the new film is scheduled for December 2025, and I understand why the company decided to put Lindelof in place of Waititi. The fact is that Lindelof is filming the continuation of the sequels, and his project will affect the time period after the 9th episode. It should appear as completely new characters as well as already known ones, and according to rumors, they will be Rey, Finn and Grogu. The rest are still unknown. Anyway, this is a more interesting topic than an incomprehensible project from Waititi, who generally said that he was going to exclude the topic of the Jedi and lightsabers, focusing on all sorts of smugglers and other goners. What do people watch more? The answer is obvious. In terms of early projects, the producer of Season 2 of The Bad Batch promises us some unexpected cameos. Here's what he says. "We definitely have a surprise cameo. We try not to talk too much about it, but you can already see in the trailer that Cody is back. Seeing his animation model in this era is great. We have Jedi Ganji, we have Emperor Palpatine, amazing. I won't say another word." There was also a new shot of the useless Skeleton Crew series, and even some plot details were provided. Jude Law's character and a group of children are guests at a luxurious hotel that is very reminiscent of Canto Bight. This is the city where Finn and Rose were looking for the burglar, which has a lot of aliens and is also one of the main locations for filming the series. The team is there face to face with pirates, and among which Honda Onaka may well be. Now you can see on the screen a new frame, the second in 6 months, and again soapy. I did not just call the series unnecessary. It may be interesting, but so little is said about it, but it is as if it does not exist. And there are even fewer people for whom bits of information reach. Personally, I am tormented by vague doubts about this series, but we'll see what happens from it. And finally, some details about the Ahsoka series. It became known that Hera Syndulla will be played by actress Mary Elizabeth Winstead, known for the films Birds of Prey, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Fargo. She also co-starred with the actor who played Owen in the prequels and Obi-Wan. One of the new villains was also revealed. More precisely, it is a she. In the last video, I told you about Babylon, a new villain with dark magic. who gave Thrawn an army of zombies. Now, insiders have reported that he is an apprentice, a Night Sister, who is his personal assassin, and her name is Shin. Babylon began training Shin during the events of Return of the Jedi. In the series, the main task of the Night Sister will be to hunt down and kill Ahsoka Tano. However, the insider notes that Ahsoka Tano went through a harsh school during the war, faced powerful adepts of the Force more than once, and it will not be difficult for her to defeat Shin, so the climax should lead her to meet Babylon. For now, that's all. To stay up to date with all the news, subscribe to our channel, then for sure don't miss anything, and don't forget to watch the last video